Okay. Shalom. Shalom, shalom, sisters. Sorry for the delay. Satan was trying to take away the word with the Wi-Fi messing up, but we have the lovely my sister Abiria in the building to help me bring out this mighty topic that the Most High put in spirit to just discuss, just a sisters chat, um, going over Israelite women and their social media behaviors, because I feel like it's a lot of unsaid things that happen on social media, and as women, they're striving for perfection and wanting to be sincere in this truth. It's a lot of things that we struggle with ourselves. It's a lot of things that we may see other sisters struggle with, but we may not know how to say it, or we just see it and we don't really say anything. But we finna get it through the spirit. So, give me one. Um,
Come on, praise the Lord, sir.
let the sister,
What'd you say?
I'm gonna let you kick it off.
Okay.
The precept.
You do want to kick it off with your First Thessalonians 5:22, or how'd you want to?
Um, so the first thing that I want to bring out is Colossians 3, because we don't do this for vainglory. We don't make these videos to be seen 1,000 likes or anything like that. We do that for the. We do this to glorify the Lord, to better ourselves and our sisters in the process. In the book of Colossians, chapter 3, and verse 7, it reads, "And whatsoever you do in word or deed, do all in the name of the Lord Yahawashi, giving thanks to Yahawah." So we do everything in the name of Yahawah Yahawashi, giving all honor and glory and praise to Him. We would not be here today speaking to y'all if it wasn't for Him. So the first topic that I wanted to touch on is posting celebrities, family members, people that you do or you don't know that promote immodesty and lewd behavior. So I personally have seen a lot of this, and sometimes I don't want to say all the time. I don't think I've ever said anything to a sister about it. Kind of like one of those things that kind of is conflicting in my spirit. Like, well, they're not really going off, but then at the same time, it's like, is this with support kind of thing? And you don't want to be, excuse me, you don't want to be promoting, oh, you got to be modest. Modesty is beautiful. But then in the same account, you're putting, your cousin. Oh my gosh. This is the name of the song there. No, I love mom. Mom been working on her modesty, and I be seeing her. So that's just Salaki on my back, because that's just the first name I see on my email. But what's a good name? Rhonda. Yes.
Rhonda.
Let's see your cousin Rhonda. She she on Instagram. She got the little birthday
Two
two-piece.
piece.
Yes, the birthday
Mini
two.
Snoop.
Yes, pantsuit on, and you posting this like my favorite cousin. I feel like that's unnecessary. It's unnecessary because okay. First, you're promoting that you're basically okay. That's what you're promoting. You're posting that. You're posting that and saying, okay, I'm okay. This is my favorite cousin, and I'm okay with her celebrating her birthday and wearing this outfit. So much that I'm gonna post it on my story. You went further than liking and commenting, shooting a DM, whatever. You posted that on your story, so you wanted people in the world and in the truth to see it. You got to think about we got to think about what we post and who's watching, because people are always watching. And you never know, it might be somebody who's been watching your page for a while, and they're seeing you post scriptures, and they're seeing you post, you got to be modest. Birthdays are wicked, but in the same tongue, you're you're saying that you support it by reposting stuff like that, or you're posting what's a celebrity?
Baby, what's little baby Jada?
Yeah,
Jada
you
Wait.
you posting Jada. She got
Megan
all her boys
Style,
out,
Coyle
and
Ray.
right, talking about some hearts. This is so cute, or whatever, whatever. What is this? Like that's not being holy and set apart. I'm sorry if these lights are like, but that's not being set apart. How are you going? You can't talk about how these women are not following the ways of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, and then in the same tongue post them and be liking it. Even if you don't post, I be seeing sometimes they be liking it. How I be seeing it? That's a good question. But
What's a good question?
honestly, huh?
What's a good question?
That's a good question though.
What's a good question?
Oh, how I be seeing it. I don't really follow that many celebrities on. If I even follow any celebrities anymore, I follow most of the celebrities off of my page, but I have a lot of people that I follow. So if I do follow a celebrity and I'm seeing what they post, and I'm seeing other people in the truth liking it and commenting, I'm like, it just kind of strikes. Why are you looking like that? And maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me. But I just kind of look
No,
like.
it's very.
But it's like at the same time, you won't support, brothers doing the work. You ain't liking that, but you liking the latest drama on the latest rapper who beat up his baby mama. We gotta realize that social media, everybody can see everything. Even if you follow the person or you don't follow the person, people be on Instagram. You be on this. You be scrolling, and the next thing you know, you on this account and then that account, and you seeing folks Instagram gonna tell you they gonna snitch first quarter if somebody you follow like somebody else's like that post. So that's where I'm getting at with that. But
Can I?
get in there. Go ahead.
Mighty points you brought out through the spirit. Basically, that's not holy and set apart behavior, like the sister was saying. Because you know, ultimately, we represent the Most High, Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. We represent the Most High in everything that we do, especially if you have a husband. You represent your household, but you definitely represent the most. We all represent the Most High, whether we're married or not. We represent the Most High in everything we do, and we don't want to make the Most High look bad. We don't want to make this truth look bad. It's very hypocritical for you to say that you in this truth and you're a daughter of Zion and you keep the law, statutes, commandments, but you posting wickedness on your story. That's double-minded. You either in this truth or you either in the world. There's no I'm in this truth, but I'm gonna post this wickedness. That's not being in this truth. Just because you wear a head wrap and you got on a dress with fringes and a skirt or whatever, that doesn't mean you're in this truth. How, what are you doing? What does your behavior look like? Because we can say we're in this truth all we want, but is your behavior holy? Are you really set apart in your actions? Are you really set apart in your actions behind closed doors? Like my head said through the spirit. Are you set apart in your actions behind the camera, off the camera, and on the camera, or just on the camera when you're doing live, or just on the camera when you're posting? Or when you cut the camera off, you still holding your behavior. You know what I'm saying? So we just want to make sure that we really have sincere behavior in this truth and we're not making the most I look bad. But I wanted to get Titus 2 and 2.
Bring it out.
Because we can't be hypocritical in this thing, telling sisters that, basically you posting on your story, that like the sister said, birthdays are wicked, You got to dress modest, but then you posting and liking sisters. Exactly. Is you really living like that? But then you posting and liking wickedness, like that's double-minded. So this is Titus chapter 2, verse 2, 3. The aged women likewise, that they be in behavior as becometh holiness, not false accusers, not given to much wine, teachers of good things. So we want to have holy behavior. Plain, we want to have holy behavior. This is the type of women we want to strive to be, being holy women and having holy behavior. And that's not holy behavior. It's not. It's not. It's very hypocritical. So I just want to bring it out. And even if you just liking it, when you like a picture, let's be for real. If you like anything, I don't want to hear, oh, I'm just scrolling. If you like it, that means you liked what you saw. That's what that means.
Like it.
That means you liked it. Literally, that's what I kind of like, because you liked it.
Right.
So I don't want to hear nothing about I just be scrolling, I just be hitting. No, you like what you saw, and that's why you double tap the screen.
Okay. Ain't no accident. You don't double tap on accident. It's very rare.
So we just want to be mindful. Like, even if you liking it, that's still the same thing. And the same thing with sisters in the truth. If a sister in the truth is wearing a tight dress and she's not dressed modest, you should not be liking that. Period. Under no circumstances, you should be righteously reproving that sister, because that's what real love is. And that's just playing upon tables. And we can't be talking about. And I've seen it so many times. It's ridiculous. Sisters post talking about we're not supposed to be liking immodest pictures, but then they doing the same thing. So we just don't want to be hypocrites in this truth.
Say that.
Because say, like a sister Yahawah and I brought out, say for instance, we just want to be well reported for good works. We want to have a good name. You don't want to be known as a sister that's always posting wickedness. Yeah, you don't want to be known as a sister that's always posting madness. Yeah, y'all saw what Sister Beria posted. I thought she was in the truth. You don't want to be known as type, because I'm telling you, people, you known by your fruits. People start to question you by the stuff you post. You like, dang, I thought this sister was in the truth. What she got going on? We want to have a good name in this truth, and not saying having a good name to please man. Even the scriptures say to have a good name. We know Susanna had a good name. That's in the Bible. There was no evil report spoken of her. So how much more us? You don't want to be known as a sister that's always in something. Sit down somewhere. Get off social media sometimes. I think that's. I had something else to say, but it left my mind. So I'm gonna digress for now.
We gonna get into that too. The oversharing.
Yeah, we can get into nitty-gritty.
That later. So we just covered, posting celebrities. It's just no. And especially if most of us that are in this truth know the wickedness that these celebrities do, there's no reason that you should be posting.
Yeah.
So just be mindful. Israel's a very, 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 very small, tight-knit community. Everybody does everything. And just like the sister said, you're known by your fruits. So keep that in mind. At home, on social media, when you go out, everywhere. Be careful with them family members. Love them, but do not justify the wicked. Don't justify. And I got 1 Thessalonians 5:22, and it reads, "Abstain from all appearance of evil." You don't want to be, just like the sister said, you don't want to seem like you're a hypocrite. Being a hypocrite is evil. You don't want to be seeming like you're a part of this world. That's what sisters in the world do all day. They post celebrities that they think is nice, who they want to kind of be like. They like their pictures, the hard eyes. They try to get the same lace front that they got on, stuff like that. So I got two more. Let's
bring it out.
Proverbs 17:15. He that justifies the wicked and he that condemneth the just, even they both are an abomination to the Lord. So even though it might seem like you're just supporting your family member or whatever the reason is that you promoting, what that family member got going on. But granted, use discernment. Because granted, like what's a good example? Like motion for a job, and they're not wearing nothing wild. I think that'll be acceptable to post if you must post. Be like, okay. But if they're tripping, just you just go off. Use spiritual discernment with anything, but just
Fine. Can I say something real quick?
okay. Go ahead.
Me personally, like me, I just wanted to let me back up what you said real quick. Like the sisters said, that's what sisters in the world do. That they post on social media all day. And they post celebrities. I mean, we are still in the world. I know I used to, and I just wanted to just touch on this real quick. Sometimes take a break from social media. Being
Yeah.
on social media too much, just sometimes just take a break from it. We supposed to be in this truth. Why are you on social media every single day, every minute of the day? It ain't nothing that important on social media. We know we want to use social media to our advantage, like to post this truth, to spread this truth, to get edification. But there's no point to be just constant scrolling and constant posting stuff. And also, want to have a just balance, have control of your spirit. And also, really, I would say like the only stuff I would repost from families or anything will really just be accomplishments. Really,
Yeah.
if it's if they're not wearing them crazy, but other than that, if I'm just posting a picture of them, 9 times out of 10, they're not gonna be dressed right. And if they are, then that's different. But it's not too much that you could really post from people that's in the world and in wickedness. So I mean, just want to use discernment what you reposting. But
Definitely. I definitely agree. 1,000%. Just use spiritual discernment when you post anything, but especially with family members. And I just say no celebrities at all.
Yeah.
Unless it's like, that time where we're in right now where, Kanye bringing out the truth. I could see that. Because that's into Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. Not Shawty with her cheeks out. But anyways, James 1:8, a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. So you don't want, because social media in itself already brings so many spirits. So many spirits. And if you are, for one, following so many celebrities, so many people who are just not striving for, righteousness in this truth, serving the Lord, that could send a different type of spirit on you.
I just want to say that.
You following, this side of your Instagram, looking for, but on the other side, it's a little bit of truth sprinkled in there. You don't want to be unstable and double-minded in your ways. So just use discernment when who you're following. Just use discernment with who you're following, and slack it. And see, and just off my train of thought.
Use discernment with who you following.
Just use discernment with who you're following, and make sure that you're not, again, being a hypocrite, posting one thing and then turning around and blaspheming the what the Lord said in the same time, in the same stories. So the next, do you have anything else for this topic before we move on?
I had some, but I forgot. So
Okay, come on. So the next topic is excessive cussing. Excessive cussing on live, on your stories,
in person.
or on your posts. Yeah, in person, in general, really. But since this is about social media behaviors, just stop. Just to stop. It's not ladylike. If we're, the main ones reposting the little, cutesy little, I don't even know what you call it, memes, but they're not funny. Unfunny memes with the words on it, you know what I mean? And saying, oh, I'm striving for a soft girl era. I'm trying to be feminine, you know, masculinity is out, femininity is in. But you're excessively cussing on your lives. If you, and another thing about lives, another thing about lives, some sisters go on live just to go on live.
Yeah, that gotta
It don't
stop.
it don't be nothing edifying. You just bored. You just get on live just because you ain't got nothing else to do, and that just goes in.
What y'all on tonight?
Right.
That gotta stop.
What y'all do? Man, I'm just chilling in the bed. I came home from the football game. You feel me?
Tato too. None ain't got nothing going on.
Right.
Like, we're not in the world.
You said, girl, no, I don't go there no more. Like, why are you on live talking about a whole bunch of nothing? What does that profit the ministry?
Yeah, that's madness.
Absolutely nothing. If you're bored, go open up the scripture.
Okay.
There's a million other things you could be doing besides going live.
That's
And
just
then, you cutting up on live at that too. Cussing and talking to random folk in the world. It's not nothing talking about how we gotta keep the commandments, how we gotta repent. Nothing. So, and then just even when, we do like the black screens and we type, whatever we got going on, there's really none. I can't even think of a scenario where you would need to be cussing like that back to back and really at all. I mean, it's social media. But I'll yield with that.
What'd you say? What's the last part?
I was saying I don't see a reason to be putting any cuss words on any post, like the black screen posts at all. I can't think of no scenario, but I yielded it to you. Once you give it back to the precepts.
This is Ephesians 4:20. Actually, hold on, wait a minute now. Let me get this first. Because we all know that modesty is not just what?
The physical.
Period. Dot. This 1 Timothy 2:9. In like manner also that women adorn themselves in modest apparel with shamefacedness and sobriety, not with braided hair or gold or pearls or costly array. So this don't make me modest. This don't make me modest. This don't make me modest. And these don't make me modest. It I mean, I'm covered up, all praises, but that's not what truly makes you modest. What truly makes you modest is your shamefacedness, how your spirit looks, what your behavior looks like. Cussing, excessive cussing, that's not modest. It's not attractive, it's not ladylike, and it's not beautiful in the sight of the Lord. The Lord is not dealing with that. It's not feminine. It's not what our righteous foremothers are doing. We want to have sound speech, as the book of Titus 2:8 say. Proverbs 31:26. I'm just going ahead and get it up now. This is Proverbs 31:26. She opened her mouth with wisdom and her tongues in law of kindness. So everything we say, we need to open our mouth with wisdom. We want to have no corrupt communication. Let me get that real quick. Ephesians 4:29. Let no corrupt communication proceed out of your mouth, but that which is good to the use of edifying, that it may minister grace unto the hearer. So like the sister y'all and I just brought out, you shouldn't be on live talking about what you're getting into tonight. Just looking at the screen, talking about, nah, I ain't got nothing going. Like, nothing should be coming out of your mouth if it's not wise, if it's not wisdom, and if it's not edifying. Nobody wants to hear it. We want to have modest, we want to be modest in our behavior, be modest in our speech, and all that cussing, all that loud talking, all that just unnecessary yapping. It's not modest. It's not.
Right.
It's just no point. It's really masculine. Like, it's just not set apart. Sisters in the world do all that cussing, and I know for me, like, there's a video in my camera roll, and you really don't realize how much you've changed in your talking until you maybe have heard a video from me in the world. Like, I was scrolling through my camera roll one day, I was like, dang, I used to talk like that? Ain't no way. So it's like, we really just want to strive to be better women and be renewed in our speech. Just be renewed in everything that we do. But all the excessive cussing, it definitely got to stop. It just has to stop. Like, talking about a cuss word every other sentence. And we're not on here saying that, anytime a sister feels prideful, whether vainglory or whatever most likely going on, because we need to have shame, like, you should be embarrassed to even be seen for real. Yeah, like you don't want to be seen for real. Like you don't want to be always in the mix. Like that's not cute. It's not shamefaced. You want to be that sister that's low key. Really.
Right.
You low key. You don't really, I'm talking about like I just telling sister Yahawah this. I don't even post selfies like that no more. And I'm not gonna go down here and say posting a selfie is a sin. It's just something I don't really do no more because what's the point? I mean,
especially if you're married.
yeah, like I mean, my husband, he see my face every day. He's the only person that really need to see it. I mean, and like I said, I'm not getting on here saying posting a selfie is a sin, but I know me in the world, I used to post selfies all the time, all the time. I'm talking about 200 pictures on my page, and it's like, oh, especially as women in this truth, posting a selfie all the time. You don't post. If I come to your page and I see nothing but selfies, or I don't see nothing edifying, I don't even see a post about the scriptures, I'm not gonna be interested in your page because this brings me no edification to my life. Right. I'm not gonna sit on here and look at your face. I don't want to do that. Like I was telling sister, I mean, really to me, I don't really see no point in me posting selfies. I mean, it's just I don't really see the point no more.
There ain't no point. There's no point.
But like I was saying through the spirit, you don't want to be that sister that's known for just always in the mix. Like you want to be a real low key sister. I mean, post edifying stuff. Nobody should really know what you got going on. You kind of duck in and duck off. You ain't really on the ground like that. You pop out there at 9 in on your story about some edifying, but be low key. We supposed to be. I mean, that's what being discreet is. Like Titus 2 say, discreet is basically being circumspect. Like be discreet, be low key.
Oh.
I yield.
Mighty point she touched on. Because you want to just be, dipping in and out on Instagram. Because first of all, it's a distraction. Second of all, let's use it for, what's profitable to our spirits. Get on there, check on sisters if you got to, look for some type of vacation. Get off. That's all there is to it. We're not here to be having a fashion show on Instagram.
Yeah, we're not. I don't. I see it too much.
We're not trying to who got most likes on their modesty picture. We're not here for. Granted, all praise to the Most High for the pictures. All praise for the modesty. But that's all you're posting. We gotta kind of expound. There's more to the truth than being modest. There's other commandments to keep. It's just modest. So Colossians 4:6, which is going into the lesson. Let your speech be always with grace, seasoned with salt, that ye may know how ye ought to answer every man. So when you're talking, first of all, you should have that's one of the fruits of the spirit. You're not. How are you gonna be gentle if you cussing? Talking about your day. I just can't believe this S word. This MF swerved in front of me when I was driving in traffic today. Can y'all believe this S? That B word got something coming for them. Or something, whatever. I mean, it's just like, why? What was the need to post that? You don't have nobody else to tell that to. We don't care. We don't care. I mean, just keeping it real. We don't care. That has nothing to do with us.
But damn.
All praise Most High, you safe. But it'd be random stuff like that I'd be seeing on Instagram. I'm like, okay, you ain't had no sister to call and tell this.
Yeah,
today, like this is not, and that just goes into the next topic. Did you already bring Proverbs 31:26?
Kind.
So this goes into the next topic: oversharing and overposting a folly. There's no reason that I should go on your story and be doing this. There's no reason. You have 30 stories
of madness.
24 hours. You're on Instagram too much. You're on Instagram too much, and it's not even all edification. You got a couple, maybe like 10 of them are scripture based. All praise to the Most High. The rest is little Edomites walking dogs, and I don't even know. It's just random stuff. People eating fruit. Reels about folks about a meme. It's just why? Why are we posting this? That's oversharing. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
I just have a point. That also says a lot. That means that you ain't spent enough time in these scriptures. If I'm on your Instagram story and I'm doing this, and it say like 30 hours ago, what I mean, it's not gonna say, but whatever it say, let's just say, for instance, you got over. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Them long, extended Instagram stories. That means you've been on Instagram too much. That's sad. Because what are you spending your time doing? I really see it too much. I see it too much. It's like I don't even be on social media. I haven't deleted it on my phone. But it's like every time I log in, I see the same people posting all the dang time. Like, when do sisters log out of Instagram? Like, if you on social media that much, you ain't spending that much time with the Lord. You can't be. You on social media. I just wanted to add in, just have a just balance. Like I said through the Spirit earlier, we shouldn't always be on social media. What social media profits you nothing. If it's not edification, it profits you nothing. I also want to land me back off the modesty point that I meant to bring out. You know, our person the Most High, so like it. Also wanted to bring out through the Spirit. Dang, I lost my train of thought. You know, post your modest picture, whatever, through the Spirit. I'm not saying there's a sin in that, because sisters in the world need to see that. Hey, if post your modest apparel, we need to see that. It needs to be promoted in our nation so the sisters in the world can see that. That's what called being a light is, but don't overdo it. Like, have a balance. Nobody wants to see all on your page is just selfies. It's not shamefaced. Like, it's just not.
Right.
I yield. I just want to bring it out. Like, sis said, ain't no virtuous woman cleaning, cooking, reading, self-caring, motherhood on social media that much. Kind of exactly. You can't be doing all of that for real, if you're on social media all the time. There's just no way. There is no way. As fast as time be flying by, it's just no way.
Okay.
There's no way.
It's not even enough time in the day.
We should be occupying these scriptures. I don't even be having time to get on social media.
For real.
You should really be that occupied. You don't even have time. And I'm not saying you can't kick back and relax, you know, but you should really be occupied with the Spirit.
Right. And also, just like when you go on Instagram, and just like I was talking about earlier with the girl who got cut off in traffic, you're oversharing. I mean, everything. Social media doesn't need to know everything. Social media doesn't need to know that you just ended your courtship and this dude, you know, he didn't like pickles and you like pickles, and you know, it just wasn't gonna work. That's not no. Because now you really you're oversharing. Like, if you feel the need to go to Instagram to talk about personal matters that's happening in your spiritual walk or in your life or whatever the case is, you need to find you a good sister. If you ain't got no sister, you're definitely not gonna find one. A genuine one, I'll say that. On social media. Cause it'll be like, dang, why is the sister just telling all the business on Instagram? That's personally what I'm thinking. I'm like, does she not have any sister to talk to? You know, I mean, everybody knows your business, and that just goes into not being shamefaced. And I'm gonna get Sirach 26:15. A shamefaced and faithful woman is a double grace, and her continent mind cannot be valued. So you gotta be shamefaced, and going into shamefacedness, you gotta just know what needs to be kept to yourself, given to the Lord, and what needs to be put on social media, which goes back into spiritual discernment. But if you had
And I also wanted to, I, I don't want this to come off the wrong way, but if you're a sister that's always posting folly, posting madness, posting your life every 25 seconds, of course, sisters should rightfully reprove you. But if you constantly doing it, sisters ain't really going to deal with that. Like, because we commanded to be around like-minded women. Women, birds of a feather flock together, right? The scriptures say, be continually with a man of understanding. What is that? That's Iraq, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's all right. Be content with a woman of understanding. And then 2 Corinthians 6:14, light don't make so dark. So you got to be around women that's on the same type of time as you. Women that's trying to get the kingdom like you. That's what I'm trying to say. And if I see a sister, and I've already, you might have already talked to her about it or whatever. You see a sister, she always just posting madness, folly. You don't want to. Sisters ain't gonna want to really want to be around that because they trying to get the kingdom. And if you ain't trying to get the kingdom, I really don't. I'm talking about.
Exactly. You gotta have like, oh, Salaki, were you done?
Yeah, I hope I was making sense. I'm just trying to make it make sense. Like,
Yeah.
you best want to be right around like-minded sisters. You know what I'm
Huh.
saying? And um, if you're a sister that's always just posting BS, basically unprofitable BS. I mean, sisters that's sincerely trying to get the kingdom, they're not gonna want to really surround themselves with you because of how you're moving in the spirit.
We
That's
finna
the nice way to put it.
get into that. Definitely finna get into that. That's literally the next topic. So that's spirit. Are
But I
you
did hope this up.
fine? But we got precepts. Before you get yours, I just wanted to touch on the one I brought out about that shamefaced and faithful woman being a double grace and that her constant mind cannot be valued. So constant basically meaning self restraint. You have to have self restraint when you're on social media, bro. You have to have social. You have to have restraint, self restraint. Because if you don't have self restraint, like you're gonna be tripping on the internet. You're gonna be tripping on the internet, and just like Sis said, folks gonna be looking at you like, "What is this sister got going on? Is everything okay?" Like she's wilding. Does she not know? Like this shouldn't be posted. This should just be taken to the Lord, type of thing. You be to have no self control of what you post on social media. But I yield.
That's a very good point. Very good point. This is First Peter 3:3. Who whose adorning, let it not be that outward adorning of plaiting the hair and of wearing of gold or of putting on of apparel, but let it be the hidden man of the heart, and that which is not corruptible, even the ornament of a meek and quiet spirit, which is in the sight of Yahawah of great price. So, like I brought out through the spirit, 1 Timothy 2:9, thus saith the Lord, what makes you shamefaced, what truly makes you beautiful, what makes you really modest, what really makes you beautiful is your shamefaced, it's your behavior. And that's thus saith the Lord, your adorning should not be what you have on. It should not be your necklace, your bracelet. It shouldn't be none of that. It should be your meek and quiet spirit. And you're not a meek and quiet sister if you're always oversharing, always posting folly, always cussing. That's not quiet, and it's definitely not meek. That's plain. I think I'm gonna wait to get Matthew 23 towards the end. You froze. Hello, 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 hello.
My stuff froze. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I saw it. I can hear you.
Okay. Let's see.
But I you.
That's a mighty point. That's a mighty, mighty, mighty point. You're not meek. You're not meek and you're quiet if you're oversharing and overposting. We literally we're seeing that's basically on your feed. You're doing too much. If it's not edification, you're doing too much. And this is Sirach 26:25. A shameless woman shall be counted as a dog, but she that shamefaced will fear the Lord. So just let me back off what the sister said. You just self control. Have self control on social media. Don't be shameless like you know the world maybe because they'll post anything. whenever they want, when they're not thinking about who's watching or whatever. So keep that in mind. Got any other precepts on this topic?
No, I did, but I'm gonna just wait towards the end.
Okay, come.
Come.
So the next topic is arguing and debating with men. Arguing and debating with men. This might be the wildest of them all. Because why the audacity? Why is you on Facebook going back and forth with these men? Why? Married or unmarried? It looks bad. It looks very bad. And we can all see this. We're literally just following along, looking at this, and you're wilding. And the men are cutting you up because they're like, why is this sister so out of line? Why is this sister trying to debate with me? And she's a woman. Does she not know her place? Is she not that well versed in the scriptures? Like, just leave the arguing debating with men. This is literally what they do. This is what they do.
They'll cut you up.
They will cut you up
In a
and they
heartbeat.
Place. It's gonna hurt. And if it don't hurt you and you still going, you need to check that spirit.
The Lord gonna humble you down real quick. Best believe that. The Lord's not dealing with that.
Exactly.
Married or not married. Oh, go ahead, my bad.
Sorry, go ahead. No, go ahead.
Go.
I was just saying, you need to respect the order that the Most High said. Even if you're not a married sister, you can say that.
I kid you not. I literally was just about to say that word for word. I kid you not.
We don't want to court off hate this. But yeah, you need to respect the order that the Most High set in place, whether you're married or not. The men are over the women. The men are over the congregations. The men, they lead the women, they lead the children. That is not, social media, that's outside the box. No, it's included too. If you see men going back and forth, if you don't agree with the doctrine, just let them be. You prove nothing. Absolutely nothing by putting your 2 cents in. Well, you could be right. You could be right. But it's not the point. Who are you right for? If you feel in your spirit that you're right, what's the need to prove and debate and argue if you know it's right? Now, granted, if you're trying to get a different understanding of something, that's a different story. But if you're just flat out just going back and forth, you cussing at the man, you're wilding. You're going off. But
that sister brought it out mighty right there.
I'm talking
about everything I was thinking. She just laid it on the table. You wrapped it up with that one. I'm telling y'all, she be in my head. I was just gonna say that stuff. But I wanted to get a precept to lay me back on what you were saying.
Come on, work it out.
Like the sister, don't mind my broke apocrypha. Like the sister was saying, whether you married or not, respect the order that the Most High made. Know your place as a woman. Learn to be quiet sometimes. Know when to speak and know when not to speak. If you don't believe in, now this is something I see a lot, the multiple wives situation. A lot of women don't agree with it. A lot of women do agree with it, and we not there yet to accept it. Okay, like we still have some things to overcome. And a lot of the times I see women under men's posts telling them that it's off, or women under their posts just expressing their feelings. Nobody asked. If you don't agree with multiple wives, okay, just keep it put. Nobody asked you to comment anything under a man's post. If you don't agree with the 7-day Sabbath, keep it pushing. Nobody asked you to say anything. Nobody asked for your 2 cents, sis. You gotta learn to be quiet sometimes. Shalom says, Shabbat Shalom. This is Sirach 26:14. A silent and loving woman is a gift of the Lord, and there is nothing so much worth than a mind well instructed. So a silent and loving woman is a gift from Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. You cannot be silent if you're always on social media, oversharing, cussing, posting madness, and especially arguing with men. If you do not agree with a certain doctrine, that has nothing to do with you. He wasn't talking to you. If you don't agree with it, take it to the Most High and ask for clarity. But you should not be commenting under a man's. You really should be commenting under a man's post. Period. Period.
At all.
To be honest, married or not married, you don't want to just be scrolling under men's posts, just trolling. That's not shamefaced. So I just wanted to bring it out, like just to be a silent woman, like just. And I wanted to while I'm talking about it, let me just go and get this. This is Ecclesiastes 3:1, because it's ridiculous. I see it too much, and you're gonna get cut up every time. Men be on the highways and byways doing videos, cutting up doctrines for a living. This is literally what they do. This is their job. Oh yeah, how about you? This is what they do. You think you finna win?
Not a chance.
It's Ecclesiastes 3:7. A time to reign and a time to sow, a time to keep silence and a time to speak. So women got to know their place. You got to be able to discern the times, know when to open your mouth and know when to be quiet. And 9 times out of 10, if men are talking, then be quiet. If a man has posted something, then be quiet. It's not your place. Know your place. Because honestly, you really bucking up against Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi.
Done.
I yield.
Bring that out. Sister brought it out mighty. She just said it. She just said it right there. Really, even in person, if you're in a congregation or you happen to get around some brothers and sisters, married or unmarried, you shouldn't be, that just goes into shamefaced. Being shamefaced, you need to be shamefaced by, speaking when spoken to. And that applies on social media as well. If nobody added you and said, at so-and-so, your doctrine about so-and-so and so-and-so is wrong, then maybe pray on it. And 9 times out of 10, I personally think you shouldn't even respond. But if that's just something you must do, take that to the DM. You don't need to be going back and forth with no man. Especially not your husband. We're going to get into that tomorrow. But, but yeah, if you don't no, it's not cute. It looks scary. You're too bold. You're too bold as a sister.
Yeah, that's
bold, sister. If you are arguing with men, multiple men in the comment sections of anybody's post, agreements or non-agreements,
listen.
It's pure madness. Don't do it. It's a no-no. Right? That's not even feminine. Fighting with men. This is not the world. Being a man in high school, this is not the world. You cannot be bringing that energy and trying to put it into the truth. It's just like sister said, these men do this for a living. These brothers study. They go over precepts. Some men, they literally do debates for a living.
Literally.
And you're going in the comment section trying to debate with them. And this is what they do 6 days out the week. Maybe even 7. Just no. So I have a precept. Proverbs 20:3. It is an honor for a man to cease from strife, but every fool will be meddling. Don't be meddling in matters that have nothing to do with you.
You're not in other men's matters.
Do
You're
not
be in other men's matters.
Come on. Don't be meddling. That's what you're doing. Just like our mamas nowadays, like, you meddling. Picking up you meddling. That's what you're doing. And the Lord says that you're a fool if you meddle. It's simply not our place. And that's it. And it's an honor for you to cease from strife. To avoid strife at all costs. Just like we were saying earlier. You should be, very shy around men. You shouldn't even be wanting to say a peep. It should be shalom, that's it. If you're addressed. They say shalom, sis. Shalom. And that's it. That's literally it. That's literally it. But I yield if you had something else you want to bring out.
Fine. That beautiful points you brought out to the spirit. Very beautiful. You don't want to talk too much. You want to speak when spoken to. You just want to be shamefaced. Speak when spoken to. And Me, I'm a teacher, and if I have kids, of course, and they have parents and parents talk, so you got to use discernment. Like now, and you don't want to be a rude sister. Now, granted, like granted, if a coworker or brother speak to you at work, hi, hello, keep pushing, you don't want to be a rude. You want to be rude. You don't want to be stuck up. Speak, keep it pushing. Speak when spoken to. Like what it just use discernment. You don't want to be having full, unblown, unprofitable conversations with men, and then arguing with them as well. Because this is 1 Timothy 2:11. Let the woman learn in silence with all subjection. But I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to assert authority over the man, but to be in silence. So we're supposed to be in silence. We're not supposed to assert authority over a man. Like the sister said, this is not the world. Like in the world, you probably be like, yeah, CJ, I do what I want. I ain't gotta listen to you. Da, 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 da. Probably in the world you was going off on Jake, but all that stopped when you came into the truth. Mm-hmm. You ain't doing none of that. You ain't telling nobody what you finna do, what you ain't finna do.
Turning up on
that's just not happening. You gotta know your place. The Most High set up an order. He set up this divine order for a reason. And if you go against it, you basically going against Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. You bucking up against the Lord. So whether you married or not, know the order of the Most High and learn to be quiet and stay in your place. It's Yahawah Shah, the man and the woman. If you ain't noticed, we last on the list. So know your place. Pipe down. It's a really scary thing. Like sister, it's really scary. It's really scary because if you a sister bucking up at the men of the Lord, that's really scary. Okay. That means you do not care. You must not care about your life.
Okay.
You don't care about your life.
Okay.
That's scary because that's a spirit the Most High is giving you over to. And what we're finna get into next when we close it up, we really want to ask the Most High to keep us in his ways and keep us in righteous spirits and bear righteous fruits. Because when he does that, Most High willing, then you have holy behavior. And you don't even act like this. So everything is spiritual. So we really got to check our spirits and ask the Most High to cleanse us for real, because these are all wicked, nasty spirits and stuff we dealt with in the world. So we want to make sure we put that stuff aside because, hey, we don't want to assert. And let's see what assert means.
Sorry. Sorry. I'm sorry. The sister put in the comments. She told us how we prideful and we at the bottom of the chain. Right. For real though.
That's facts. But assert means to basically take over. So you don't want to try to be the boss of a man. You don't want to be the boss of a man. You not the boss. He the boss. He the boss man. And whether you married or not, the man or the boss, I mean, it's just the order the Most High set up, and it's a beautiful order. Mm-hmm. Let a woman lead, all hell gonna break loose. The Most High just dealing with men on a different level. Like, we ain't got it like that. Just be quiet. Be quiet.
Right.
Because you probably don't even understand Isaiah the way you should. Like, some of these scriptures, the Lord gave men a different type of understanding. Like, I don't really be that upset when I sometimes don't understand like the deep, dark parables and breakdowns, because that just really wasn't given unto me. It wasn't really given unto us to understand that stuff. Right. Now, granted, the Most High, you don't understand all praise from the Most High, but that really wasn't our duty to understand every deep, dark parable and breakdown. Like, the Most High really dealing with the man on a different scale. So we got to know our place. Definitely got to know your place.
For real. That's a really good point.
I yield on that.
I'm saying that's a really good point, though, about what you're saying. Like, that's really scary, though. Like, these men be going out on the highways and byways. The Lord has this order. Okay, so one, you bucking up against the Lord, and two, you're going up against the men of the Lord who go on the highways and byways, who bring in the Lord's elect, and you bucking up against these folks.
Yeah,
and then also in the comments when you read it, we be dead wrong. So now you look like a goofy in front of the public and to the Lord to prove a point that you didn't even prove. But I got nothing. This is James chapter 3. I'm gonna start at 14 and I'm gonna go to 17. But if ye have bitter envying and strife in your hearts, glory not, and lie not against the truth. This wisdom descendeth not from above, but is earthly, sensual, devilish. If you are arguing with anybody, sisters included, but right now for the topic, we're talking about debating with men. That's nothing but being carnal, earthly, devilish, and sensual. You're pleasing your flesh. Are we not supposed to walk in the spirit? Are we supposed to kill our flesh and fight the flesh daily? You're not doing that if you're arguing with men over the internet or in person. So I'm gonna start at verse 16. For where envying and strife is, there's confusion in every evil work. Every evil work is in envying and strife and confusion. So it's just not our place. But the wisdom that is from above is first pure, then peaceable. If you're arguing with anybody in general, there's no peace. If you're arguing with somebody, that's literally the opposite of peace. Nobody is peaceful when they're arguing. Then peaceable, gentle, and easy to be entreated, full of mercy and good fruits, without partiality and without hypocrisy. It's plain. It's plain. But if you have something else, well, I have one more precept, but you can say.
Fine. Nope, I ain't had nothing else. Oh, all I got left is the precepts for the closing points. That's it.
All right. So the last one, I think you paraphrased it earlier, but Sirach 11:10, my son, meddle not with many matters. If thou meddle much, thou shalt not be innocent. And if thou follow after, thou shalt not obtain, neither shalt thou escape by fleeing. So basically, meddle in any manner. Do not meddle in the matters on Instagram. Do not meddle in the matters of life. Just stay in the cut. If you think about it, we really have a simple job. Just chill. Just chill. Just chill. Sit back, relax. Let the men do what they do. Read your Bible. Pray. Fast. Study. Repeat. Do what you gotta do as a woman. And repeat. That's all you gotta do. It's easier than what they got. Trust. So just let them do what they do. So meddle not with many matters. Because if you meddle too much, you're not innocent in the eyes of the Lord. And we don't want to hear that part from you. Because you just couldn't, let go of the arguing demon.
It's real powerful.
Exactly. You're
Most
not
High.
right. You're not always right. And the Most High has shown us that time and time again. You can just read it. Read all about the time our people thought they were so right against the Lord, and they got killed.
Got them up out of there.
You don't want that to be you, bro. You're not gonna be innocent if you're found meddling in many matters. On Instagram, on Snapchat, any social media, in person, just leave off from strife. Because you're not gonna be able to escape it. And we have to take account for every idle word. Let me get that. Every idle word. And just because you don't say it out loud, the Lord can see social media too. Just in case you didn't realize. And those are words too. Alright. This is Matthew chapter 12 and verse 36. But I say unto you that every idle word that men shall speak, they shall give account thereof in the day of judgment. So, I'm gonna get 37 too. For by thy words thou shalt be justified, and by thy words shalt be condemned. You don't want to be condemned because you was going back and forth with a man every week for the past 2 months over the same doctrine because you have to prove a point. You don't want to do that. But we can go to the closing precept.
So, at the end of the day, I wrote down, we know by our fruits, and the Most High sees everything. We represent the Most High in everything that we do, and we don't want to make the Most High or His truth look bad. So we got to ask the Most High to cleanse us, renew us, and keep us in His ways and righteousness, and allow us to bear good fruit, so that we may have holy behavior. Because whatever you ask for in prayer, believing it shall be received unto thee, it'll be granted unto thee. That's Matthew 21:22. So if you have faith in your prayer, and the Most High grant a thing unto you. If you have faith that the Most High can keep you in His ways, like, it'll be granted unto thee. So just pray to the Most High and ask the Most High to keep you in His ways, to show you the way, to allow you to bear righteous fruit and move in righteous spirits, and it'll be done, Most High willing. And when you're moving in righteousness, you can't act like this. There's just no way. You can't fail when you're moving in the law and we're moving in the spirit, because you're moving in the spirit. All of that stuff we just named, that's fleshly. There's no way you're doing that in the spirit. So ultimately, we just want to ask the Most High to keep us in the spirit, just to keep us in a righteous spirit. Granted, we go off at times, but that's just something we should really never do, for real. You just gotta, and it's, just gotta know your place. So I just wanted to I have a few. So do you have any closing precepts?
Um, go ahead.
Okay, so first I'm gonna get my ones in Titus. This is Titus chapter 2 and verse number 3. The aged men likewise, that they be in behavior as becometh holiness, not false accusers, not given to much wine, teachers of good things, that they may teach the young women to be sober, to love their husbands, to love their children, to be discreet, chaste, keepers at home, good, obedient to their own husbands, that the word of Yahawah be not blasphemed. So, that's what we want to strive to be like as women. That's how we're supposed to be. We're supposed to be chaste, discreet, keepers at home. This is how we want to be acting, not none of the stuff we named on that list, right? Verse number 7, in all things showing us a pattern of good works, and doctrine showing uncorruptness, gravity, and sincerity. So we want to have good works, right? You don't want to be known as a sister that's just always posting folly, that's never dressing modest, always arguing with men. You don't want to be known as the type of sister. You want to have a pattern of good works, have a pattern of good behavior. Be known for the sister that's moving in righteous spirits. Have a good name in this thing. And like I said, through the spirit, not in a sense of having a good name to please men, but I mean, it's thus that the Lord. Let's get it. Susanna, she had a good name. There was nothing evil spoken of Susanna. Nothing. There was no dishonesty found in her. So how much more us? So this is, where is Susanna?
Could be hiding.
Is it before Maccabees? Yeah, it's like, there it is. So this is Susanna chapter 1 and verse 27. But when the elders had declared their matter, the servants were greatly ashamed, for there was never such a report made of Susanna. So there should never be an evil report spoken of you. Titus 2 and 8 say, exhort sound speech that cannot be condemned, that he that is of the contrary part may be ashamed, having no evil thing to say of you. So nobody should have nothing evil to say of you. And if you want to elaborate off that precept, you can. And then I want to skip down to verse 63. Therefore, Chelcias and his wife praised Yahawah for their daughter Susanna, with Joachim her husband, and all the kindred, because there was no dishonesty found in her. And that's not to say that Susanna never went off. She was a sincere, pure, upright sister. How much she had good behavior and a pattern of good works. No dishonesty, no wickedness found within her. How much more us? Because we say we in this truth. And let me get that. This is Matthew 23. Hold on now. Wait a minute. Let me flip to it. This is Matthew 23 and 26. Thou blind Pharisee, cleanse first that was within the cup and platter, then that the outside of them may be clean also. Woe unto you, scribe and Pharisees, hypocrites, for you are like unto white sepulchres, which indeed appear beautiful outward, but are within full of dead men's bones and of all uncleanness. Even so, ye also outwardly appear righteous unto men, but within you are full of hypocrisy and iniquity. So you can say you in this truth, have your hair up on your fringes, but if you promoting wickedness, you posting folly and madness, you excessively cussing, you're not modest and you're not modest in behavior, you don't have holy behavior, you always argue with men, you appear beautiful on the outward with your fringes, but you're within full of hypocrisy and iniquity. Because you say you in this truth, but look at what you're doing, look at what you're posting. That's hypocrisy, that's iniquity, that's uncleanness, that's wickedness. So we just want to check our spirit, because the Most High, He definitely see everything. And I got like 3 more precepts, but I'm gonna yield and let you go.
Okay. Come on. My precepts you brought out. You brought out Proverbs 22 yet?
Mm-mm.
Okay, I'll bring that out after this. But somehow, some way, the Most High just made it so beautiful that most of the lessons that we bring out goes back down to the fruits of the spirit. You gotta have the fruits of the spirit. And that just goes with self-examination. 2 Corinthians 12:5, I think. So Galatians 5:22. But the fruit of the spirit is love, joy, peace, long suffering, gentleness, goodness, faith, meekness, temperance. Against there is no such law. Against such there is no law. Lacking. But yeah, man. You gotta have peace. Do not be at war with these men. Be gentle in your speech. You should not be excessively cussing. Really not at all. You know, to the public. Granted, we have our ups, whatever, whatever. No, but know who you represent at the end of the day. You want to portray that goodness and that meekness as a woman of the Lord. One of your Proverbs 2, verse 1 reads, good name is rather to be chosen than great riches, and loving favor rather than silver and gold. This is how rich having a good name is. It's better than gold. And gold is expensive. So it's very, very important that we take the time to make sure that we're having a good name. Because when we have a good name, we also make this truth look good to, our sisters that aren't in this thing, you know. And we don't want to bring a bad name to the ministry as well. Like, dang, this is like this. This is what it's about. Because people in the world, they meet one bad Hebrew Israelite, they completely cancel the whole thing just off
That
the just off.
exactly.
So even though you may think or you may feel like, oh well, this is just my little page, whatever, whatever. People are watching.
Always.
People are watching, and more importantly, the Lord. You do not want to get in front of Yahawah and He is just going. He's going in on you because you was doing all these wicked things in person, on social media, here, there, and over yonder. He said, "Depart from me. I never knew you. I never knew you." All that work, all that reading, all that fasting, all that praying, it's all for nothing. It's all for nothing. And it's a constant reevaluation every day. And if you're not strong enough, that goes with self-examination too. If you know you're not strong enough to be on social media, you just cannot help yourself. It vexes your spirit so much. The fact that you just got to go off and do these things on these lists, maybe you need to delete it. If you can't delete it, you have an addiction. Just plain and simple. If you can't let go of anything, it's an addiction. I'm gonna get another one.
Come
Ecclesiastes 7:1. A good name is better than precious ointment.
Yes,
The
sir.
day of death than the day of one's birth. You got that one? No. Oh. But yeah, a good name is better than precious ointment. Your favorite perfume, that Burberry you like to put on? Yeah. A good
Mm.
name is better than that. The Bath and Body lotions, well, I don't know if they clean, but you know, that good shea butter that you like to put on, a good name is better than that. But I think that's more. But you can go ahead.
Con, all praise mighty points. This is Titus chapter 2 and verse number 10. Not prolonging, but showing all good fidelity, that they may adorn the doctrine of Yahweh our Savior in all things. Adorn just means make beautiful. In another translation, it says make the teaching of Yahweh attractive. So, not saying that this truth isn't beautiful, but we represent the Most High. We want to make this truth look beautiful because it is. And if you're always in folly, posting madness, you don't make this truth look beautiful. It pushes people away. Like we said at the beginning of the video through the spirit, you never know who's watching. There are sisters in the world that follow us, I'm sure. I know sisters in the world follow me. They see your every move. You never know who you're being a light to. And just by you posting something off, they could think that's okay. They could think that the Lord is okay with that. And now you're making the Most High and His truth look bad. And now the word of Yahweh is being blasphemed because now they think that's okay according to the Most High, and it is not. Lord ain't dealing with that. And you could possibly be in the way of their salvation, cause them to stumble, because now they watching you, they think that's okay, and then they go do it. Because they learn it from you. Mm-hmm. So if you're going to be posting anything, make sure it's edification and it's the right thing, because people are watching and sisters are taking notes, and sisters are really, some sisters really look up to you. And just by the stuff you post, like you could, like, come on now, it's bigger than us. It really is. It really is, because people are watching you, especially our sisters that don't know any better. They're watching, right? And then I have 1 Timothy 5:10. Well reported of her good works, if she have brought up children, if she have lodged strangers, if she have washed the saints' feet, if she have relieved the afflicted, if she have diligently followed every good work. So we want to be well reported of good works. Again, you do not want to be known as a sister that's always in the mix, always on social media, always arguing, always doing some BS and madness and things that's not profitable to the ministry on social media. Verse 13, and withal they learn to be idle, wandering from house to house, and not only idle, but tattlers also, and busybodies, speaking things which they ought not. So you shouldn't be speaking things that you ought not. Stay out of other people's matters, mind your business, and stop being idle. Because if you're on social media too much, you're idle. It's just plain simple. Mm-hmm. And then I had Psalms 51:2. And it reads, and then Psalms 51:10. Wash me thoroughly from mine iniquity and cleanse me from my sin. Create in me a clean heart, O Yahawah, and renew our spirit within me. Cast me not away from thy presence, and take thy Holy Spirit from me. So we're going to ask the Most High to cleanse us from all wickedness, cleanse us from all iniquity, and creating us a clean new heart, and take not his Holy Spirit from us. Because if you got the spirit of Yahawah Bahasham on you, Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi on you, and you moving in righteousness and sincerity and moving in the fruits of the Spirit, you cannot fail. You will not act like this because you're moving in the Spirit. So we want to make sure we ask the Most High to cleanse us and make us new so that we may be upright in the Spirit. So we don't even got to act. So we won't act like this, because you in the Spirit, you cannot act like this. So ask the Most High to cleanse you for real. And then I got Psalms 27:11. Teach me thy way, O Lord, and lead me in a plain path because of mine enemies. So ask the Most High to show you the way, and the Most High will show it to you. Ask the Most High to show you the way, show you right from wrong, teach you what you're supposed to be doing, and the Most High will show you exactly what's right from wrong. And the Most High will keep you in his ways, Lord willing. These are the things we got to be asking the Most High to keep us in his ways and righteousness, that we may bear righteous fruit, that we may be in righteous spirits, that we may maintain and stay upright in the Spirit. And I hear that's all I had. I had one more closing precept, but I'll get that at the very end, Lord willing.
Come on. I'm going to get 2 Corinthians 13:5. Classic. Examine yourselves, whether you be in the faith. Prove your own selves. We still got to prove ourselves to the Lord. Do not prove yourself to the people on the internet. Don't prove you got the best modesty. Don't prove that you got, the best aesthetically pleasing Instagram in Israel. Don't prove that you got the best doctrine. Prove that you're in this faith. To Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. Know ye not your own selves, how that Yahawashi HaMashiach is in you, except ye be reprobates? You don't want to be reprobating this thing. And those things, wilding out, letting social media overtake you and your spirit, can lead you to be a reprobate. And we've seen it time and time again. Unfortunately. I'm going to get another precept. Yeah. The book of Psalms, chapter 26, and verse 2. Hold on. It's lucky, y'all. I went too far. Okay. Psalms 26:2. Examine me, O Lord, and prove me. Try my reins and my heart. This is what we gotta be praying to the Most High, Lord willing. Talking to myself as well. That the Lord examines us and helps reveal unto us, okay, what's the disobedience in me? Baba Kasha, show me the disobedience in me so that I may repent and be better. Do a social media fast. If you find yourself doing any of the things that we talked about through the spirit on this live, do a social media fast. Take a break. Take a break. It is okay. I promise you are not missing anything. They talk about the same BS every day, all night. You're not missing anything. And when you're ready, spiritually, you get back on there, get some edification, spread some edification, and dip off. Do all things in moderation. What kind of you?
That's the spirit. I was gonna say, take a social media fast. Maybe delete it from your phone. Really dedicate. Maybe do a 40-day social media fast. There's this book by Wendy Speak. She has a book called The 40-Day Sugar Fast and The 40-Day Social Media Fast. Her books are beautiful. Tap into that thing and really dedicate it to the Most High and do a real life fast off social media. Draw fasting ain't the only type of fasting. Of course, draw fast to the spirit, but there's a lot of other things to fast from. Make fasting a lifestyle. Fast from your phone, fast from TV, fast from wine, fast from whatever is causing you to stumble in your walk with the Most High. Because ultimately, if you're doing these things, you're ultimately stumbling in your walk with the Most High because you're getting in the way of your salvation. So this is Iraq 1:29. Be not an hypocrite in the sight of men, and take good heed what thou speakest. Exalt not thyself lest thou fall, and bring dishonor upon thy soul. And so Yahawah discover thy secrets, and cast thee down in the midst of the congregation, because thou camest not in truth to fear the Lord, but thy heart is full of deceit. Man,
Woo!
that's a mouth. That mic drop. That's a mouthful. That's thus saith the Lord. Don't be a hypocrite in the sight of men. So if you assist and take heed what you speak. So if you're a sister that's posting, you say you in this truth, you got your hair wrap on, your fringes, whatever, your blue ribbon, da 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 da. You just talking about birthdays are wicked. You don't do the holidays. You're talking about modesty. You promote everything in this truth, but the whole time your actions are otherwise. And then you posting wicked stuff. You're being a hypocrite. And you're not taking heed what you speak. And what you thought was secret, your behavior that you thought was so secret, the Most High will cast you down in front of everybody, in front of the whole congregation, and you're going to be exposed. And you're going to be looking goofy. Because you came in deceit. Your heart was full of deceit. Matthew 23:26-28. Your heart was full of deceit. You was full of hypocrisy and iniquity. But on the outside, you appeared very beautiful. You appeared to be a sincere sister. But behind closed doors, off the camera, you was in wickedness, folly. You posting wickedness and folly. Most likely, he gonna expose you. Whatever's done in dark will become the light. That's Luke 12:2, I believe. So I just want to close it off with that on my end. Like, the Most High sees everything. There's a plethora of precepts saying that. Sirach 17:15, Sirach 23:19, Proverbs 15 and something. The Lord sees everything. Literally. You cannot get over. You might get over on me, but you can't get over Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. Right. You might be sincere to me, but the Lord knows if you're truly sincere. So make sure you watch your behavior. I did a video on my YouTube not too long ago, and I was telling y'all, now this is a spirit. I did a video on my YouTube not too long about the key to improving your modesty is improving your behavior. Because honestly, what truly makes you modesty and beautiful is your behavior, how you carry yourself as a woman. So self-examine, see the things you need to work on, check your spirit, be real with yourself, because you're the only person that's holding you back, to be honest. Be real with yourself, see what needs to be worked on, and just try to strive to be more like our righteous foremothers. Try to strive to be that Titus 2 and that Proverbs 31 woman. Try to strive to be that righteous, shame-faced woman that the Lord loves. We got to put these things away, because all of this stuff, this is what worldly women do, and we're called to be a light, and you cannot be a light acting like this. So we got to get it together. It's great topics, but we got to get it together. Stop posting and reposting. Stop posting and reposting and liking wicked and unmodest stuff. Stop cussing excessively on your social media. Stop arguing, debating with men. Get off social media all the time. Have a just balance and focus on getting your spirit right, because you can't take none of this with you to the kingdom. Get yourselves together and focus on what's ahead and focus on the times we're living in, and stop being a busybody. But I yield. Lord willing, it was edifying, Lord, and have a great Shabbat. I'm gonna let y'all not, end it off from here.
Done. Mighty place, just like sister said. She kind of put, the icing on the cake. Just Just remember, everything doesn't need to be said. Everything doesn't need to be showed on social media. You have nothing to prove to
Yep.
nobody on social media. Believe it or not, you have nothing to prove. These people are not going to get you the kingdom at the end of the day. So don't be arguing with men on the internet, please.
Just save yourself the trouble.
Don't be telling all your business on social media, please, because you're just asking for the demons to come at you. And shoot, sometimes I know in the world, shoot, you overshare, folks will get all buddy with you just to hear about all the bad stuff that's happening to you. Folks is wicked like that. Protect your spirit. It's a dangerous place. They try to dress it up like it's fun, but it's dangerous. Just Lord willing, these topics give y'all something to resonate on. Lord willing, we can, try to help our sisters that we see that are falling to these spirits on social media instead of just watching and being like, well, shawty tripping. What's the next post? Look, this was an edifying video. A beautiful, beautiful, mighty Shabbat. If you are keeping it, Friday, Saturday, Sabbath. But Lord willing, y'all have a blessed night. And come on. It's very necessary. It's okay to let go of social media. Trust me. Just like I said earlier, it's not going nowhere. Social media will be here. It'll be there when you come back. Take that fast, take that break, take that time to self-examine and see, am I tripping on social media? Makan, I love y'all. And I pray y'all keep enduring. Study, fast, pray, examine yourselves to see whether you be in the faith. And want to give all honor and glory to Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. And Shalom.
Shalom.